How to make your lesbian crush like you back. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to make your lesbian crush like you back. So even though this is directed at lesbians, this is also can be used for other people as well. Just anyone basically who is trying to attract a feminine woman and you want them to like you back. So don't let the lesbian title put you off from watching. You still might be able to find something useful in it. So the first thing that I want to point out is attraction isn't a choice. So let's say you have a crush on someone and you want to get them to like you back. Even if this girl is a lesbian too, she still might not be attracted to you, because don't just assume if a girl is gay or bi that they will like you back, because that certainly isn't the case. If they don't even have like a medium level of attraction for you, you won't have a chance. So my next point is to develop a likable personality. So, you know, if you want someone to like you, if you want people to like you in general, if you'd like more friends and to be more attractive to people, then develop a more likable personality. And that is something that you can develop. That is something that you can make a skill. Because a lot of people go into the world, you know, especially at early ages, not really knowing, you know, how to do these kinds of things. Now, the best book on this kind of thing is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. There's a link for it in the description if you want to go and check it out. But basically, the best way to get someone to like you and to be interested in you is for you to be interested in them. There's no point going up to someone that you really like and just basically say a load of stuff about yourself and not ask them any questions. It's very selfish and they won't be very interested in you because they'll just see you as someone who just likes to talk about themselves. So the best way to get someone interested in you is to be interested in them. Now, I don't mean projecting like romantic interest, but actual genuine interest in them as a person and their life. So my next point is to take care of yourself. So take care of your appearance, of your mental health, and of your life. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing things for you that is good for you. So that is, of course, eating the right foods, actively moving your body enough throughout the day, and basically doing things that raise your self-esteem, doing things that raise your confidence and your competency. Because generally, people like other people who are useful. And that's basically what you want to be doing. It's what you want to be doing throughout your whole life. You know, you want to be competent and useful. And if someone who's attracted to you can see that, then they'll be attracted to you even more. So the next way to get your lesbian crush to like you back, obviously, is, you know, if you want to start developing a romantic connection with them, then you need to ask them out. You need to bite the bullet and go for it. Now, if you are really, really close friends with this person, then I'd highly recommend that you go and watch this video, which is about how to ask out your best friend. But basically, the way that you do this, if you have an inkling that they're attracted to you, because obviously if you know they're not attracted to you, then what's the point? You know you're going to get rejected. So I don't think it's a good idea to just flat out allow rejection to happen to you, unless you're doing it as an actual practice. So an actual practice would be, you know, if you're trying to get rid of the fear of rejection, then a really good way to do that is to actually go out and get rejected a lot. So let's say like 50 times or something. You know, have like a aim on how many times you want to get yourself rejected. So when you do get rejected, it doesn't hurt as much. But if you are really trying to make a romantic connection with this person, you know, then, and let's say they are a good friend of yours and you know them really well, then it's probably not a good idea to do that, especially if you go to school together and you've got a few more years left of school, so they're always going to be around. You know, if you know they're going to reject you, that kind of person is not the type of person to do this kind of experiment on. If you know they're going to reject you, you just know it deep down, it's best not to ask. But if you are going to ask them, and you feel like they will reciprocate, or you're at least unsure of it, so you don't flat out know that they're going to say no, then the best way to do it is to, you know, simply go up to them, or whichever way you want to communicate, and say, so I think you're really attractive, or I think you're really cute. When are you available to hang out and for a drink or to go out to dinner? You know, ask them something like that, and just ask them when they're free and when they're available. And basically they will say to you, like, oh yeah, if they like you, they'll say, oh yeah, cool, I'm available this Saturday. and then you can make a time and a place to meet up. But if they don't want to, they will either just say, oh no, I'm busy, or they'll just flat out say no. If they say something like, oh, sorry, I'm really busy, and they don't give you an alternative time or an alternative date, like, oh, no, I'm really sorry, I'm busy this weekend, and they don't say, but I'm free next weekend, that's not a good sign. But if they say to you, oh, I'm kind of busy this week, but next week I'm free, that's a good sign. But if they flat out say no, or they say to you, I'm really busy, without giving you any alternatives, then that means they don't like you. And they are hoping that you won't ask them out again and you'll be able to read between the lines. Some people will probably, in fact, most people won't flat out say no to you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They'll probably say something like, oh, I'm really busy, or I don't really want to date anyone right now, or something like that to soften the blow. That's why they're doing it. And that's really all you can do to do that, because if you try and do more after that, then you're going to come off as a creep. You're going to be coming across as being very pushy. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be labeled as that kind of person. And if this is someone that you know very well, then obviously you don't want to tarnish that relationship or friendship that you have with each other, because this might be someone that you're going to have to spend years with. But let's say they do say no and things feel a bit awkward, then you need to take the lead on that and make things less awkward. And you do that by just carrying on as normal, carrying on being friends with them or treating them like you did before you asked them out. So they know it's okay to relax and to not have their guard up, because when this kind of thing happens, they probably won't know how to behave around you. So if you continue behaving as normally, they will then relax as well and continue to behave as normally, and you two can just forget the whole thing. So that's basically what you need to do. Just treat them the same. If you do want to heighten your chances, then try to become a more likable person. Take care of yourself, take care of your appearance, do things that are good for you, become competent, and ask them out directly. Be very specific when you ask them out. So that's why it's a good idea to ask them straight away. Let them know obviously that you like them in that way. You say, oh, I think you're really cute, or I think you're really attractive. When are you available to hang out? That's what you say, because that's very specific, and then they will either reject you in some way, or they'll say which days they're available. So the last point that I want to make is that you want to become more of an easygoing person, because people tend to like people that are positive, that are easygoing. And if you're easygoing and you're positive, so you're not negative all the time, so let's say you go up to your crush and you're always complaining about your life, they will label you as a negative person and they won't like to be around you. But if they like to be around you because you're positive and you're easygoing, they're more likely going to like you and want to hang out with you more, especially if you can make your interactions fun and enjoyable. Because if they're not fun and enjoyable because you're being a misery guts all the time, they're not going to enjoy it. Okay, so I hope this has given you enough tips on how to get your lesbian crush to like you back. Again, the title says lesbian, but these kind of principles work for everybody who is trying to get someone to like them, whether you want to make a friend or whether you actually want to go on a date with someone. So obviously these videos are very generalized, so if you would like coaching and help with a specific situation, please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Alternatively, you can use the email address provided in this video's description box. Please like, please subscribe, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.